Well, hi there. Welcome. We are going to be talking about 2022 and real estate. So let's get out that old crystal ball of ours. But first, let's talk about what happened in 2021. Because the pandemic, we had a really crazy kind of a real estate market, and prices were skyrocketing, and we had a very severely depleted inventory because of all the panic that was ensuing of people buying anything they could find.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. A possible post-pandemic return to more normal levels is predicted for this year. As mortgage rates are going to rise, price gains will slow down, and government intervention will be reduced. So all of that is going to come to play in the market in 2022. It's going to add more supply and less demand will come to play as the foreclosure moratorium initiated by the CARES Act has come to an end. It was over in July. So with that being over, you have tens of thousands of distressed homes out there, which we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. Some of these homes people have vacated early. And their home buyers are starting to come out of forbearance agreements. So it's important to note that forbearance agreements do not waive payments, though. So these people are still on the hook for their past payments and what they owe, which sometimes can get tacked on to the end of their loan. But it depends on the terms that the lender provided to them. This is going to eventually lead to a significant increase in foreclosed and bank-owned properties in the next year and beyond. So.
And not only that, when they take a look at coming out of forbearance, what they owe and what's accumulated while they were, because the bank didn't do that
for free.
Nice.
Yeah. Goodness,
they didn't do it
for
free.
They didn't do it for free, so they made some money on this. When they start looking at that, they might think, well, I think I'll just put this house up for sale and start over again.
Yeah,
there's a very good chance that some of that's going to happen. We just don't have any crystal ball to tell that. But back to the foreclosure prediction, we have had a rise since July of foreclosures, but they're still 70% lower than pre-pandemic. So we can't get real excited,
right.
But it is still a very good option to keep in mind in looking for homes is to look at the bank-owned, see what's available, and have a look at them. The other thing is the ones they call the zombie properties, and that's people that received their foreclosure, and they think, well, they have to get out of the property, so they leave it, and nobody's there. That's why it's called a zombie property. And I have noticed recently, and so has Sherry, from just going into the neighborhoods, there's at least a couple in every neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And so if you have a realtor, it'd be a little hard for you to probably get all the information, but they can, to do some research on that property, find out who owns it now, what's the state of the loan, where is it in pre-foreclosure, have they received their papers. You can get all that information on that. It just takes some digging, and possibly have a good option. It's another option of finding a home.
Right.
So
it is a good option to find another home, because we will be a fixer-upper more than likely, and if it is, we have that program Revitalize that you definitely can take advantage of to fix the home up for yourself. You know.
So there's still the prediction that for 2022, the foreclosures could stay pretty low still, because of the aggressive modifications that the banks were able to do. People had more equity in their homes built up, so those modifications were possible. So, and our brokers all agree that even if we do see spikes in the foreclosures, we can absorb that because we're so desperate for inventory. So
yeah, that's key with that equity, because them, with having the equity in your property, which many people do right now, it's keeping them in their homes. They're remodeling, which is also attributing to the low inventory. So people just aren't moving like they used to.
Yep.
You know.
So you can come to your own conclusions about what this real estate market in 2022 is going to bring. But as far as foreclosure predictions, but the market for investors is looking good because foreclosures can be a deal,
Yeah.
especially for investors because a lot of these homes really do have a lot of work to do. If there isn't too much, then it's a good thing for a home buyer. They can possibly invest
Well,
in.
in a higher market like we have right now, being a seller's market, even if they were to pay a little bit more than they normally would 2 years ago, there's still enough room of equity in there that they can go ahead and do a remodel and flip it and
Yep.
still make a profit on the
Right.
property. So
So there's a potential. We have to keep our eyes out for these foreclosure deals.
yep.
And that's it for us on the porch. Anything else, ladies?
Nothing to
Oh,
report.
I only have one thing, and that is for you to please go to YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, and also like us on Facebook.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.